Gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What they is, as you can tell by that thumbnail, you already know what it is. On swole, right? How did they get that way? I'm just, guard! Get these big motherfucker up out my cell, right? Pretty big. Trip out. How do California prisoners get as big as they do? We ain't got no special shit. They ain't putting no shots in there. Look, I'm about to give it to you in real life and explain exactly how California prisoners get that big. And not necessarily just California prisoners, but prisoners in general on any state, in any state, how they get so damn big in a menudo style in direct fashion. I'm going to give it to you real life right here on Gunner's Profiles, where we speak real, never fake, no added preservatives. We just give it to you, indubitably. Now, trip out on this. As you see by that thumbnail, orderly, say it with your chest, Wes. We got Wes Watson and, of course, Big Boy from Strength Cartel. Two individuals who have prospered after prison, after doing time, and have used their bodies to do it. Straight body language. That's what I call it. And I ain't hating, I ain't mad. But one thing I am is real. And when I really say this, these are big guys. These are a couple individuals that put some hustle behind their muscle. They literally did that. Now, my question to you, gente, and please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, is who's the bigger of the two? Now, you know Big Boy got that bulk. Bulky. Big old lat, big old chest. He's on bulky. I didn't say smoky, I said bulky status, right? Whereas you got Wes Watson, you can see every fucking vein in his eyelids. This Vato looks like he's under pressure. He looks like he's about to pop. Say it with your chest, Wood. Sprinkle him in, brother, right? That's a big white boy right there. Now, there's going to be a lot of individuals that say, well, they're on that shit. That's how they stay big. That's how they get big. That's what bodybuilders do. And, you know, to each man their own, man. Hey, I don't give a fuck what the Liver King was doing. Sasuke, I don't like liver, Sasuke, but I'll be that king. You understand what I'm saying? But with these two individuals, they did both do time in California Department of Corrections and CDCR. And there's big guys like that. There's monster upon monster in prison. Now, not everybody has the frame to get big. It's just, some have not. Shit, I met this Africano brother. He was born with a six-pack. I'm telling you, Vatos are just born like that. Some just have that frame. They have that body style. They get big just by looking at a weight. Now, there are no weights in California. The weights were pulled up out of prison for one specific reason, is because they were creating monsters. Guys were getting too big in the penitentiary. Now, you always watch these movies, or if you've had a Theo or two that have gotten out, they always got out swole. I remember my Theo, he always got out looking real nice. So I was wearing the long sweaters because he was trying to hide something up under that motherfucking shirt, right? I already knew what it was. It was the muscles and the track marks. But either way, my Theo was doing it. He would get out on swole 2 weeks later, and he was in it again. And you know what it is. But as far as Big Boy, he utilized this size, this mass, to build an empire. Strength Cartel. You know, I watch a lot of his videos. I support him fully. I do clown a lot. I do joke. But it's all in jest. It's all in fun. You know, at the end of the day, I can't knock that man's hustle. Like I said, hustler's behind his muscleless, and he's doing what he does. Cause now Wes Watson, on the other hand, he did it with his mouth, right, and his chest. He was able to not manipulate the masses, but to get the masses behind him. Again, I said I would never talk shit about this man, because you can't hate the hustle. You can't hate what he did. Now, as far as what he hooped and to what hoopilization he did, he already put it out there. He's hooped everything from packs of camels to socks. So we already know what that is. But this man was able to also build an empire based on his body. Now, there's guys that are even bigger than these two individuals walking them yards right now, as we speak. They don't have weights. They don't have the proper dietaries. They don't have the proper foods. But what they do is they stick to what they have. And that's core ingredients. To bulk up, to be as big as these individuals are, in prison, you have to stick to certain recipes. You have to go low on carbs and high on proteins, right? A lot of peanut butters. A lot of chicken if you can get it. So let's get chicken on the bone. You know what's on, cabron, right? Shoot it. A lot of sopitas. At the end of the night, you know, I used to get out and I used to be big. I got that frame, you know, 6 foot, 220, 230, with a little bit of a stomach because I'm an old man. But I've always had that frame, them nice traps and decent sized arms. Say with them 25s chest. Nah, I ain't 25, but I keep them clean though. Anyways, little dubs. I've always been able to do that, and that's just because I was born blessed with this plus an 11, and you can't lose that way. But also because I stuck to a strict dietary regimen while I was in there, or at least I tried. You know, every night before I went to sleep, I would eat a couple sopas to the head. I need a couple sopas, and I'm gonna let that sit in the stomach. And in the morning, I'm gonna bust down. And I'm gonna get that up out of my system, and I'm gonna turn that into muscle. Anything you can get your hands on, eat, and work out. Now in prison, it's a lot of calisthenics. Now that you don't have weights, but people create water bags, they create sandbags, they do whatever they can, you know, to shit. I need some weight. That's it. Get over here. Hey, what is that on my back? That's not my people. Yeah, that is. Let's get to what degree of people that way. Oh, hold up, Holmes. About my third set, I thought, oh, that motherfucker got hard. Look, now I'm telling you, individuals get big in prison, and it's not because they're putting their minds and there's some special powers or anything. It's because they're working out. It's boring in prison. You have nothing else to do but to take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of yourself. You educate your mind, you feed your soul with what you can, and you also take care of your body. And that's how these guys build size. Like I said, there's a lot of downtime in prison, a lot of lockdown, a lot of oil time if you're really with the activities. Just a lot of that. So what do? You get down and you push some concrete. It's you versus the motherfucking concrete, period. That's what prison is made of, steel and concrete. That's what builds the measure of a man. Okay, you have guys like Big Boy and Wes Watson, and there's always been a lightweight competition between the two. Maybe not amongst them, but between people saying, hey, Wes is bigger or Big Boy's bigger. And I say, hey, you're not a bully. I say, these guys are both big. They're both bullies with foolies. You know, you can't take anything from them, what they're doing nowadays with their bodies and to what type of Liver King activities are happening. I don't know. Can't call it like an alcoholic. But one thing I do know is these are some pretty big guys that came out of the California Department of Corrections. Now, it isn't only prison that makes you big. You know, that's a big misconception that people get. They think, hey, just because you were in the pen, you're going to be on swole. I got a homeboy that got out and looked like Dumbo. That motherfucker got out with a pot belly, a long nose, and big ears. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, Holmes, you went in like kind of fit. You came out like, God, man, you better quit, right? It was just over for him. Not everyone is with that. Not everyone can get down with the get down. Not everyone is as dedicated to themselves and as dedicated to their movement as they might presume or as you might presume. You think everybody wants to get up every morning and work out till your arms are shaking, till there's fucking sweat all over the place? Charlie. Hey, I remember county jail, so I always went in with the excuse. I ain't even gonna lie, and I like push-ups. And the homeboys would be like, hey, you ready for Machina? Well, you know, you see, because the way my Machina game works right now, when I do that, you always know that something's wrong. Well, the way my Machina game works right now is I'm fresh off the calles. You know what I mean? I know I got my 72 hours to get up to par, but so I was scared, you know, the way my leg, I got a peg leg. Obviously, it works like this. Hey, just be a poste. Boom. Homeboys be all mad at me down there busting down like, you son of a bitch, right? Oh, man, that's just the way it is. There was always that one homeboy, man, that never had to do push-ups for one reason or another. You know what I mean? I just can't do them. Oh, yeah, your time will come to shine. Don't trip. We're going to need you when we need you. But the best thing to do is stay up to par, especially in a place where guerra is frequently, where something can pop off quick. You need to be built like the man of steel, right? You need to be able to bend that blade. So there's a lot of individuals that take that mindset, or just people that just want to take care of themselves. You know, these guys, Wes Watson and Big Boy, look like two individuals. I don't know them personally, but from the outside looking in, I definitely can say they're two guys that want to and are dedicated to working out. It becomes addicting. You know, working out is like a droga. Once you start, you can't stop. Once you pop, you can't stop. Pringles, it's one of those types of issues where once you start to notice change, and you won't notice at first. You know, once you start to notice change, you get all big-headed and shit. You know what I mean? You're trying to get your head as big as your... Both my heads are big, but you know what I'm saying? So Trip out, I remember this one time, I'm doing time, I'm in prison, and my bunkie was an old man. He was an OG. You know, this OG, man, he liked to kick back after doing his little burpees and his little push-ups or whatever, because, yeah, he was old, about 60 years old, still getting down with the get down, and he'd like to read the newspaper. He'd like to stay what was going on in the city of San Jose. That's where he was from. So one day I was about 30 days to the pad, and I was busting down immediately. Every chance I got, I'd be on the yarda doing the motherfucker, the huelga, right? I was over there doing everything that I could because I was trying to maintain, but I wasn't noticing gains or change. You know, it was all in my mind, just like, hey, I want to build my air, I want to build my wind, my stamina. I just want to look nice when I get out. To what degree nice? I can't call it like an alcoholic, but one thing I do know for sure is I'm going to stay dedicated to this shit. It better work. Guard, do I look any different? Nope, still look like a bitch to me. All right. I guess so, right? And I stood on my grind. Now one day, and me and my bunkie, he just happened to be one of the type of cellies that we didn't conversate much. We didn't have a whole lot in common other than being norteños, and at the same time, I respected the hell out of him because I knew he had been through some battles without telling me. But one day he sits up and he goes, let me talk to you, youngster. I said, all right, shit, okay, today could be the day that I'm at the choke slam, about the Undertaker, right? What's happening? He was like, if you get any bigger, they ain't gonna let you out. I started laughing. And I said, he goes, hey, bro, I'm noticing some change. You done blew up since you've been in here. I was like, in the 6 months, do I look different? You know what I mean? Let me know. Let me know one time. And he's like, nah, you done blew up. He's like, dedication, man. I've watched you for the last 6 months. Steady, stay dedicated. No one had to tell you anything. You busted down when it was time to bust down. Me and you both coordinated our workouts together or a piece. You go on the yarda. I watch you on that dip bar. And he was like, I'm noticing change, man. And it's a good thing. I'm not only noticing change in your body style, but I'm noticing change in your attitude and the way you're strict to yourself. That's what builds big guys. That's why, because you're in prison, you become so disciplined. You know, politics run the yarda. Men run themselves, right? If you're not strict on yourselves, if you're not dedicated to doing something, you will never achieve greatness or never achieve what you intend to achieve. Right? There's a lot of guys, they all want to get out. They thinking about they want to get out, tatted down, all swole, because, hey, tortas love it. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I don't care what you say. If you're a man, everything, and I mean everything you do in this world is for a torta. So I don't even want to go to work today, but if I don't go to work on Friday, I can't go out. If I don't go out, I'm going to get that 350. That 350, yeah, you know, the one she moves real swiftly, blue, you know what I mean, nifty. You're not going to pull that torta that you've had your eye on for the last 2 weeks that's been over there dancing with that paisa. So if you want to pull her from him because he's got feria, you have to go out there looking real nice, like sugar and spice her up one time. Cilantro, you know what it is, right? So people take care of themselves. But if you're dedicated, you can go ahead and do that. Wes Watson, big boy, 2 individuals, both dedicated to the craft of working out, but also 2 individuals dedicated to utilizing what they've learned over time and working out to help other people. So that other people may gain. You might not never look like them. So I ain't never looking like big boy. Hey, Stacks! I'm not a bully. I'm just fucking good at you girls over here. Nah, man. I might not never look like that guy. I ain't got the frame, right? Wes Watson, say it with your chest. If I was Liver King Dad, I could quite possibly. You know what I mean? I've never went that route, but okay, I've thought about it. I will tell you this. Either way, I respect these 2 guys for the dedication that they do. You know, that takes a lot of hard work to build bodies like that. A lot of people think you just go into prison, magic, you get out big. Like I said, I seen a Vato, we damn near had to roll him out the cell. You know what I mean? He's like, but I've been doing burpees, homies. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you burping after you fucking eat 10 sopas. Get out of here, right? You're not worthy. And of course, he was removed because he wasn't dedicated to working out and taking care of himself. Mind, body, and spirit is what it's all about, gente. It's all about being dedicated to yourself and to the cause. How are you going to dedicate yourself to a certain cause or a certain group of people or to defend the casa homes if you can't even walk? If you're walking like a fucking the chick after she turned into a fucking blueberry on Willy Wonka. Nah, you can't do that, Violet Blue. Spencer, Veruca, what? Sure, this bitch had to get down. Ramen. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. She's about to salt her up on some Veruca salt game. Now, if you definitely want to be bigger, and feel better about yourself, then hard work, working out. In prison, you don't have much. So you build on what you don't have. You know, you try to make something out of nothing. And if you ain't got nothing going on, then you got plenty of time to build upon yourself, which should be first and foremost. Your mind, the way you look. Got them shook. Orale, menudo. That's how it should be. Okay? But on the outside looking in, just watching Wes Watson's videos and watching Strength Cartel, Big Boys videos, I see the dedication there. I see the way they present themselves, and I can't do nothing but commend these righteous dudes. But I ask a question. Again, the question that's been asked to me, and I ask it to you because I have no answer. Who's bigger? We know Big Boy maybe in size is bigger, and we know maybe in culo fucking Wes Watson is bigger. But who's literally bigger? What frame of body would you have? So I ain't gonna even lie. Wes Watson, you're big vato. Sprinkle you in wood. But I'm going to have to be on Big Boy status. Soft choke slam a motherfucker. You underdig me? And that's just what it is. Anyway, so the people that ask me, how do you get big in prison? Why do monsters get out of prison? Like I said, these 2 guys, as big as they are, they're small compared to the size of some people. Like Tookie Williams was big, natural bodybuilder, had that size throughout his whole career until, of course, ultimately he died or was executed, in prison. There's so many Vatos, man. I used to have a homeboy named Mousy from Stockton in YA. This Vato's chest poked out so much, I used to say, hey, Vatos, what'd you put? Fucking, you wearing one of those lift up things? He was like, nah, that's on the natch. I said, good Lord, that's good. Is it real? Yeah, the wind's blowing. It's real, right? Vato's chest was so big. Homeboy Caveman, Kettleman City, real talk. Another big ass homeboy. Several Vatos. Looney from Gardenia. This Vato was so big, he went cross-sided. I noticed the big dudes always go cross-sided all of a sudden. They're looking at their chest all the time. You know what I mean? Just a big dude. These dudes are definitely big in the game. And they definitely got out of prison and used it, to build their monetary gains. And you can't knock that hustle. Anyone could do it. But it's a myth thinking that you're just going to get out of prison without hard work and be big. It's not the way it works. Oh, you could be big, all right, but not in all the right places. Like I said, if you just want to lay on your ass all day with your mattress unrolled and eat, well, then go SMY. If you really want to be about that business, man, and push that concrete like it ain't pushed back, then do your thing. Only you can do it for yourself. Ain't no one else going to do it for you. I know I ain't going to do nothing. No, I can do nothing for you, man. I'm over here trying to get a back arm. I can't get one. Where they at? You know what I mean? Can I purchase one, Liver King? Anyways, with that being said, it's just something I want to drop right here on Gunner's Profile today because I get asked this question a lot. Who's bigger versus Wes Watson, big boy? Both two big individuals. Both did time. I don't know what type of yards they paroled off of. None of that matters. What I'm more focused on is the size, the strength, the dedication, and what they've done with it. And they've both definitely prospered off of it. So you can't get a big old bag off taking care of yourself. And the winners truly are. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hit me some push-ups. I'm going to work out. Walter's been like, can we get a workout video? Maybe once upon a time, but I'm an old man. My back might go out making the video. Go! I can't call it. Anyways, with that being said, hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get every single thing that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about doing you for your familia. What's right. And if working out is what it is, then working out is what it is. Get it. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Times have changed. Times are rough. So I was kidding. If I have to work out and blow my head up as big as my pipa, that's what I got to do to get a bag. You know what it is. If you like this, hit that like and subscribe with a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears this king's crown. And I'm going to continue to struggle and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the coming together of all people. If I can give you the game, the knowledge you definitely can't get in college, you know what I mean, while wearing Gucci slippers like the homeboy flippers, then I'm going to do that. The question is posed to you. I want to see comments, please. The question is posed. Who's bigger? Whose size would you rather have? And are you dedicated enough to take care of yourself? You already know what it is. This is the gun. Look at me trying to show off like I'm all big and shit. I'm not. I'm skinny. But I'm 11 though.